Okay, we might be live now. Let me get over to here. Okay, I'm muted. Hi, Diane. How are you?
Hi,
Good morning,
Diane.
everyone. Lovely to see you. I'm just getting things set up on my computer here. Okay. Go.
Coffee.
Oh, Kimmy's going to be asleep before we do this. It's just Kimmy and I today, so we'll be clicking back and forth. And we're going to be making some embellishments for the junk journals that we started last week. I'm sure you remember our junk journals we did. This is mine. I added my ruffle all the way around, and then I added some coffee dyed trim to the spine, and then I added this little vintage doily, coffee dyed ribbon, some doilies, and a little bit of bling here. I didn't want to do a glue string, of course.
Hi, Michelle. Sorry we can't get this figured out.
Yeah. Hi, Michelle. So that's what I did last week. And I also added one more ruffle because I'm kind of dying over the ruffles. I love them. So
are amazing.
So we're going to be making embellishments and things to be putting inside our junk journal today. I have some that were already made up from before, so I'll be adding those in. And then these are bits I'm going to be making more with today. And then these are some that I made already that are super cute. This is a little envelope that I just simply decorated, and you can put, some ephemera or something in there. And then this is a coffee dyed doily, and I added some little bits of bling that you can see, and then this really beautiful little tiny crocheted butterfly that a friend sent me. So things like that. I do have tags already made because I had made some previously, and then another friend had sent me tags that she had made. So I figured, they're already made. I'm going to use them. They're the right colors, the right style. So that's what I'm going to use. And then I've got some corner pieces that I made. Marie Antoinette goes along with the French theme. These are going to be pockets. These are corner pieces for tucks. So they go on either side of the page. So that's the kind of idea of what we're going to be doing today. So just kind of fun hanging out, making little things, which are always fun to do. Hi, Deanne.
Hi, Dan.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, Michelle. We'll do it like, one day this week or something, and try and figure it out. But I suspect that's why maybe you've had so many problems, like hearing us and things like that. So we'll have to try and figure that out. So I hope everybody's going to be crafting along with us. And I'm going to click over on Kimmy now, and she can show you what she's going to be working on. So over to you, Kimmy.
Okie dokie. I will show you my journal. I don't remember if I've done extra to it. I think I have. So here is the cover. I added this big flower. I don't know if that was there. And then I put this along the bottom, this applique trim. And
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary. On my spine, I've got this little piece down here with a little doily on there. It's some more bridal applique trim, and I've got all these bows and an Eiffel Tower charm hanging from the side.
So pretty.
And I added some pockets on the inside. So this is my pocket on the inside, and I've put a little piece of lace that's on the front cover here. And
Wow,
then
you are way ahead of me.
the color of the theme of my book is like the pink, green, and white. So I've got the 3 yo-yos there with the pearls. And I've put some things that have been sent to me already, and some things that I might use, like some extra paper. This is a receipt, and this is a tag that was sent to me that has Paris on it. So as you can see, all my pages are in here. And then on the back, I have another little pocket there where I stuck this card that I received. And I just put a little bow here, made the same pocket out of the lace, and put this little flower there that was made also by someone that I know. And then I've got a couple little things in here that I'm going to use, like this awesome fabric tag that's got the Eiffel Tower on it.
Oh, nice.
So that's going to go in there. And I've got a couple little doilies that I put in here to be used in here. Um, this is a tag that was made for me that it's just going to, oops. It's one of these where you see you pull it out. It's got the Eiffel Tower on it. So that's going to stay in my little pocket back here because it goes perfectly with my theme. So I'm kind of decorating some pages and making some embellishments to go. I put a couple of little paper clips and things, like this is a fancy paper clip on some of the pages so I can add some things to it. So that's where I'm at. I've got a whole mess of stuff. Like I've got some tags here that I'm going to decorate on the tags to go in there. I've got some little blessing bags that are going to go in probably. I've got little embellishments like a fleur-de-lis because I love those. And I'm even going to put some things in like paint chips because goes with the color theme, different things like that. I've got some more little doilies and all kinds of little fun things. I've got a little card with a tab that I'll probably decorate. I pulled some little flowers and the colors, all different. I hand sewed a ruffle that's going to go in there somewhere. Yes, I hand sewed it.
Thanks, ladies. Yep.
Kimmy doesn't like to sew, so that was amazing. And I've just got a whole bunch of stuff. I've got some fibers, some seam binding. I have got this amazing card with the Eiffel Tower on it, which I absolutely love. So I might even wind some fibers around it and tuck it in my journal. Just different things like that. I've got some applique, beaded bridal applique that might go in. I've got some cute little fabric with the Eiffel Tower. So I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm just going to kind of wing it as we go along and just do some embellishment making and some page decorating.
Yay, Kimmy, Michelle said. Diane said both journals are pretty junk journals. And Debbie said these books are lovely. Love all the detail. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much. And before we get started, we just want to say that we really appreciate everybody supporting each other. So please take a minute and subscribe to each other. And of course to us if you haven't already, because we like to support our fellow crafters.
Yes, we do. All right, let's get started.
Let's do this.
So I just want to take a second and complain about all the snow I got in the last 2 days here. Has anybody else gotten snow where they are up north here? And I'm using the best glue ever because I love it for paper crafting. It's my favorite glue for that. It's good glue.
Yeah, that would be a good glue to put on your pages. I wouldn't use it on the fabric cover and stuff, but I would use it on the paper part of your books for sure.
Yep.
Did you click back on you?
Yes, I did. So I'm just taking some of my little paper embellishments and I'm just kind of stacking them together so they look pretty. Like I have this piece. I've got all these little triangles left over from another project, and these are vintage wallpaper. So I'm going to be doing something with those because it's a great way to use up your paper scraps.
It sure is.
Hi, Joyce. How are you?
Hi, Joyce. Let's move my journal out of the way so I can work on the embellishments.
Yeah, girl.
Because it's a little big when you're trying to fit everything on your desk. What's everybody up to today? Is anybody crafting along with us?
Yes, we hope you are.
Yes. I know Deanna's making a junk journal. She might be sleeping still.
Oh, good, Debbie. That's great. So, you know, I'm not sure what we're going to do next week. Is there anything you guys would like to see us do next Tuesday? Type it in the chat.
I know what Kim wants
Debbie
to
and
do.
I will try anything once, right?
I know what Kim wants to do. I'm going to see if anybody says it.
Okay, I don't know what Kim wants to do, so.
You told me yesterday what you were missing doing.
Oh, well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're slow stitching on some book pages. Good for you.
Yeah.
Kim loves to slow stitch.
It's just hand stitching. I'm just saying. I don't know why it's called slow stitching. Is there a reason for that, Debbie? Because to me, it's just hand stitching. I've never heard it called slow stitching until recently.
I super slow stitched that ruffle, Kim.
I bet you did. I'm going to take some of these beautiful fibers I got from Roseanne, which she sells in her store on Etsy, and her store is called A Mom's Impressions. And this is such a good bargain in her shop, so go over and check it out. But I'm going to be using some of these fibers today on my junk journal embellishments.
She's Roxy Car 11 on YouTube, ladies.
Yeah. They probably already know, but
Debbie said she calls it hand stitching for years.
right, it's just hand stitching. Exactly. Why is it slow stitching? I don't get it. I think that people just like to reinvent old things and then stick a new name on it, and then they're like, "Oh, look, we're doing something new." When
Like
stitching has been around for what, 1,500 years or more?
It just makes it more relevant or something? I don't know.
I don't know, but stitching has been around since what, caveman times, right?
Like fussy cutting is a little different because it is actually fussy, the stuff that you're cutting.
Yeah.
Although I love fussy cutting as much as I love slow stitching. So
I don't mind either. Like, I love to sew, so stitching doesn't bother me. So there's that one. Super easy and simple. I just layered up some of the triangles of wallpaper, and then this rose I had, and then this other piece, and just layered up, added some stitching, and that's going to go in my journal. So simple and easy is what. Hey, River. Right.
hey.
Hand stitching, nothing new, and it's slow. Right. Okay. So I'm not the only one that thinks that. I think it's just silly that people call it that. Then I'm going to just put myself out there and say that.
And it's confusing for people that are new and don't understand. And they're like, what is slow stitching? You know, just call it what it is.
Hand stitching. Yeah. So now I've got this coffee dyed little doily here, which I love these for junk journals. And then I've got this lovely vintage lady, and she's going to go right in the middle here. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. I have these these are like nail art pieces, and I'm knocking things over here. I have these are from Scrap Perfect. They sell these at scrapperfect.com, but these are great for junk journals. They're little tiny flowers, pearls, and rhinestones, and you add them to your junk journal embellishments. They're really flat, so they don't bump your book up a lot, which is what you want, because by the time you add all your embellishments and things, then it gets pretty puffy. But these are great because they're easy to deal with because this wheel just kind of dials, right? And I have one of these, which is called a quick stick. And what it is this end is sticky, And then this end you pull out and it has like a little pokey tool on it. Mine is a little worse for the wear. This is a We Are Memory Keepers tool, but I love it for this because it picks up these tiny little blings and you can place them easily. So what I do is I just take a very tiny a little daub of glue, like super tiny. I hope you can see.
You could also use a belly jelly if you have that on hand.
Yes, you could, but I prefer this. So I've got 3 little dots there. And then I just take my little quick stick and find out where I opened it. And then you see it's picked up the little pearl there. And then you take your pokey tool. I mean, if you have a Tim Holtz pokey tool or anything, you can use that too, but this came with one. So then you just kind of take it off the end there and it glues it down. And it's easier than using my big fat fingers to try and get these things to come out of the package here. And they go on fairly quickly. Well, most of the time. There we go. There we go. See? And it's just another way to add a little bit of bling to your embellishments. And yeah, tiny bit of dimension, but not very much at all. So it's not going to, because I find if you put really bumpy embellishments in your junk journal, then it tends to, when you close it, it rips the page next to it. So I like to keep my embellishments fairly flat in a junk journal. So that's that one. And then let me close this. So for this lovely lady, we've glued her down. I think we'll use some of the rhinestones because we like those. So she needs one in her hat for sure. Maybe a few around here.
Ladies, if you have questions for us, please just put them in caps in the chat so we'll be able to see them better.
Okay.
Michelle,
so
thanks. Let us know. Where'd you get that quick stick, Michelle? Because Diane said she needs one of those.
Kim, you mean?
Kim, yeah, you.
I believe I got this on Blitsy several years ago, but it's made by We Are Memory Keepers. So I'm sure if you Google We Are Memory Keeper Quick Stick, it'll probably come up. And I'm sure they've come up with a different design by now because I think I've had this for about 4 or 5 years. And the green stuff that's inside, you just keep turning it. And as soon as this gets not sticky, you turn it and more comes out. So it's like, you know, a decent supply of the goo, as I call it. So there she is with her bling. So this can be a nice pocket in the junk journal as well. So that's what I've been doing. So let me click over on you, Kimmy, and you can show what you've been making. I'll just keep going.
Okay.
Okay.
I have a couple things in process at the moment, so let's see. Okay, okay, so I've done this little tag. This was just a plain green tag.
Oh, that's pretty.
So I glued down this image, put a little doily with a little ribbon rose, this little piece of lace that's already been dyed and it's got the green pearls on it, and then I just wet and crumpled up some seam binding to go on there. So this is either going to get tucked in or like glued to a page. And then I'm in the process of decorating this card up because it can be used as a tab or, you know, tuck or anything like that. So I'm in the process of working on this one. And then this is a tag that was in my stash. So I just glued the fleur-de-lis on it. And then I added, see, this was a little tag that had a price tag on it. So I'm just going to put something that covers those letters just because it's a cute little, you know, paper tag. So it's going to hang. I just fed it through the hole on the top of here. So it's a tag with another tag on it. And I'm just going to cover where the numbers are there and add like a piece of bling or something here in the middle of my fleur-de-lis.
It's so cute.
Right? It's got roses on it, so I love it. Yeah, so those are the 3 things I'm working on at the moment.
Super pretty.
Yeah. This is fun making all this little stuff and then, you know, finding out where you're going to stick it in your journal. Fun. I like it.
Well, it's fun to paper craft once in a while too.
Well, I like it. It's my wheelhouse, so it's I could sit and make all these little things all day. They're fun for me.
Yeah, it's not my wheelhouse, paper crafting.
I know Kim hates making cards and I love making cards. So
yeah, I'm not a card person.
if you ever get a card from Kim, consider yourself lucky.
Right? That's true.
Because it is not her favorite thing to do. Trust me.
If I can just fold a piece of paper in half and scribble in the middle of it, I'm happy. I am not a card maker.
See, I think cards are the easiest thing to make for me.
No, not me. Let's see what I got in my bag here. What do you guys like to make? Are you more laces? Do you like paper?
All of it? Are you mixed media?
Hey, Tammy.
Hi,
How you doing,
Tammy.
girl? We are making bits and bobs for junk journals.
Yes, that is what we're doing.
Junk journals can be a lot of work. I'm not going to lie.
I just put a video up of one that I've been working on my YouTube channel last night, and I still have some stamping to do in it, but I've just been working on it a little bit every day. And it just does kind of feel like you're never done.
It does, yeah. You could just keep going and going and going.
I think that's a hard thing for me as a crafter is like knowing when to edit yourself. That's not always easy, and know when to say, okay, it's done. I'm not going to do another thing.
See, Debbie, I'm the same way. Just take a piece of paper that's pretty and fold it in a piece in half and write on it. That's the same as me. Hi, Jean. Good morning. Hope
Hi,
you're
Jean.
well.
Diane likes laces and paper and would like to try mixed media. Mixed media is fun, Diane.
I love me some mixed media. We should probably do that soon.
Yep. I've got canvases or I've got my art journal, whatever. Yeah, you guys didn't tell us. What would you like to see us do next week?
Yes, let us know. Oh, I want to decorate one of these too. Then I guess I can start putting them in my book. Okay.
Hmm.
We're getting there.
Yep.
Mixed media. Yeah, they are a lot of work junk journals. That's true. Mixed media, Tammy said. Diane said mixed media. Michelle said, I love paper and mixed media is the best. So do you guys want us to do something mixed media next week? How about decorating tags, said Jean. We're kind of doing that today, Jean. But not like mixed media tags. Is that what you mean? We could do mixed media tags. That would solve both those things.
I'm gonna have to make some tags then, or find where I have stashed
mine.
Yeah,
just cut up some chipboard from a box and recycle it. That's how I make my tags.
I have a pack of them.
Diane said yes. So mixed media tags next week. Yeah, because those are great. All I do is I hit the recycle box and I find a nice sturdy chipboard box and I cut my own tags, and they're really easy to do. I can show you how to do that next week. What do you say, Kimmy?
Okay.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I am down with that. This is going to be a little tuck spot here.
I gotta find my pop dots. Where are they?
That'll be fun, guys. Okay, yes. Okay, yep. Tammy's got cracker boxes to make tags. Yep. That's what I'm talking about. Things like pizza boxes, cracker boxes, anything like that. If you want it heavier, you can even use like a cardboard box of some kind if you wanted. And we can do like stenciling and texture paste and
alcohol inks.
Yeah, Girl Scout cookie boxes would work. Yeah, alcohol inks and watercolor and distress inks and distress oxides. We can do any of that. Ice cream sandwich boxes. Now you're making me hungry, Tammy.
I know, stop that.
Yep, cereal boxes. That's right. So yeah, anything like that. If you guys want to gather that up for next week, maybe we can, have a craft along and we can all do it together. That would be fun. Michelle
said embossing.
Yeah, we can emboss, and we're going to get Michelle sorted out for next week, so Michelle can be here for that too. So what I'm doing, guys, is a little bag that I had. And all I did was I added another rose cutout that I had a little blessed and a bit of blue lace. And then this one is another doily and just a little piece of ephemera that was sent to me. And then I had coffee dyed and stamped this little tag previously, but I've made that into a little tuck spot. So I can put this little ticket in here, this little train ticket.
Super cute.
So this will be a pocket back here. So something can be tucked back here in the book, but then I've got another tuck spot in front. I like doing that, making double tuck spots. And even this, like you can slide something in here, but if you only glue around the edges, then this can be a tuck spot back here as well, right? Like you could put the bird cage back here for journaling on.
Yep.
So that would be cute. I'll just leave that like that. So now I'm just going to add a few more rhinestones because I like them. And then I'm going to start adding these to my book, and we'll see before I make too many more if I need any more ephemera. Hey, Shannon.
Hi, Shani.
Jean, if I made Easter eggs, my friend, they would be a hot mess. First of all, I'd probably crack the egg. Like.
Oh, I love making Easter eggs. That's fun.
Although I've always liked those paper mache Easter eggs that are covered in music paper and coffee dyed paper. Those are
tons of those. Yeah, I've got tons of those. I've made bunches of bunches. I have a basket full of them. I'll have to put pictures of my mantelpiece and my fireplace, we've got all our Easter decorations up, and I've got a paper mache Easter house, and I've got baskets full of those eggs and all kinds of stuff. We're kind of crazy at our house. We literally decorate for every single holiday, and my husband and I both enjoy that, so it's fun. And everybody thinks we're crazy doing that.
Too much work for me.
Yeah. Our kids appreciate it. They like it.
Christmas decorating is enough for me. And even that, now that my kids are adults, is down to the, you know, bare minimum. Because we go down there now to see the kids and the grandkids. So, you know, my grandson and my daughter and my son-in-law usually come up here for Christmas. So, you know, it's usually just the 5 of us on Christmas Day. And then we go down to the city to see the rest of our children, you know, on New Year's. And then we have our big family Christmas, New Year's Day. And so it's just not worth it to me to go all out decorating anymore.
All our kids are local, so they enjoy it. We have them come help us because it literally takes us days because we have a lot of decorations for.
Yes, she does. I've seen them. It's crazy.
Takes us a couple days to get it all done inside and out. Easter's not so bad. We've got some cute stuff though. I'll have to take some pictures. I just like to collect little things here and there.
She is a collector. She's a bit of a magpie.
What's a magpie? What does that mean?
Someone who likes sparkly things.
No, I like all kinds of different stuff. Like, you know, for Christmas, I have a snowman collection. I have a Santa collection.
Also sparkly, also sparkly.
Well, I do like sparkly stuff, yes.
Right. So you're a bit of a magpie.
Yeah, I don't think my husband would let me have sparkly stuff all over the house, though.
You
That
do
would.
in a way, though. You do in a way, though.
I do?
Yep.
Okay.
You like your glitter?
Oh, I like my glitter, yeah. I glittered up my Easter house yesterday.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Okay.
But it's so cute.
It is adorable. Okay, Shani. She's getting coffee and cookies. So there's this one with the little rhinestones.
I just got my first cup of coffee. I'm doing a live without having had coffee first. This is crazy.
Oh my gosh, why would you do that to yourself?
Because my adult child drank the last of the milk and didn't tell anyone, so we had no milk or cream for our coffee. Which is just like, that's a crime.
Oh, that is a crime against humanity. Okay.
Like, that is so not okay.
So now I'm going to get my book and I'm going to start figuring out where I want to put this ephemera and then using my glue. So here's the front page. Hopefully you can see that. And I've got all this ephemera goodies here. So I've got a pocket here already, and I've already made, I'm thinking I might put this in here. This is a really nice journaling card that a friend sent to me, and it's got a couple of pockets here. So I'm thinking some of the tags she made me might go in there too. Yeah, like here's a couple of tags that she made me. Whoops. The little flowers on them, and then it's got a little. So I think that's going to go in my front pocket right there because it fits perfect. Need a refill of bubbly? Michelle's drinking champagne.
No, she's probably drinking soda. What she means by that?
Champagne's better at this time of day, isn't it? So I think what I want to do here is kind of do like one of my Marie Antoinette pockets.
Yes, Miss Rose decided that she wants mimosas for her bridal shower.
Nice.
All righty then.
So a lot of times I like to sew my ephemera in if I can, but because we're doing it as a tutorial, I'm not, even though my ephemera is sewn. So what I would do to make this into a pocket then is try and take the lid off my glue, first of all.
Well, that's kind of helpful.
You're just going to go around the edge with your glue. And with this glue, you really don't need much, which is one thing I like about the best glue ever. And you only do 3 sides. You don't do the top, of course, because that's your pocket. And then you just kind of center it. And then I've got an IC card here. I don't know if that'll, nope, that's too big. Let me find a skinny tag. There we go. The journey of a single step begins, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And then that will fit just nicely right there. Welcome back. Well, Tammy, when you reorganize your stash, will you come to my house and do mine, please? Because that'd be awesome. So you don't need to have pockets and everything on every page. You can just put like a little something. Like I have these little paperclip embellishments here that I got in my challenge, my pocket challenge. If I can get my big fat fingers in the bag. And my dear friend Karen Billinger has also sent me some paper clips. But see, look at, these are just butterflies. These are cool paperclip embellishments. These are some of the ideas you guys can do. It's a paperclip on the back, but it's also got 2 bits of paper. So you can see the paperclip is in the inside of the 2 bits of paper there. And then look at this one with just the little bit of fiber and the lace. I really like that one. I may use that here. And then she's crocheted these tiny little hearts and added them to paper clips. Like, these are gorgeous. These are absolutely gorgeous. So these are some ideas for altered paper clips.
I got some of those in my ephemera challenge, and there's quite a few things from my ephemera challenge that are actually going to go in this journal because they go along with the Paris theme.
Shani said, Kimmy, thank you so much for getting me those wonderful cigar boxes. Please check your PayPal.
You're welcome, Shani.
So I'm going to put that paper clip there.
What was I doing now?
Because I just like the way that looks. And we're just going to hook that over the side there.
Sorry, I'm making
and you don't need much. That leaves this page completely for journaling, which is nice. And then I've got music paper here, and then I've just sewn a little tiny ruffle of fabric here. And this can be a little tuck spot for something. What do I have? Like even this might work, this little tag. Like that might work. Nope, that won't stay in. So we'll figure something out. But I think I'm just going to leave this page because it's already got a bit of decoration on it. And then I think I'm going to decorate this page and leave this one blank for journaling. So let's see, what should we put on this page? This is a coffee dyed ledger paper. So I want something coffee dyed on here. Not that. Maybe this. And then that could be a tuck spot as well. Yeah, I kind of like that. Glue. Washi tape stuck to my glue and fiber stuck to my glue. So this is going to go here. So I need some glue there just down the side. And then here. And then there. That should work. And then we'll just do this. Hold that down for a minute, and then I've created a tuck spot there. Let's see, what do I have to put in there? Put a little tag right there. I'm just holding that down. How are you making out, Kimmy?
I'm good. You can click on me if you want.
Okay, so I'm just going to keep going through my book and adding my ephemera that I made now. And then I will click over on Kimmy and she can show you what she's been doing.
Yeah, I've just been sitting here making some more embellishments. So I've got these little pink envelopes, and this is from paper that I purchased actually from Tammy's store that she dyed. So you can see I stamped. I don't know if it's picking up. There's a little fleur-de-lis stamp right here. I put a little bow and a button, and then this is a little applique with some beads. So this is going to get stuck on, and then there'll be some goodies put in here. So this will be glued into my journal. So I've got 2 of those. There's the other one. This one's got a little bit of embellishment on the front if, you know, they take it out. And then I just did some cute little things like, you know, I just glued a tiny little doily and then a flower onto a glassine bag. So there can be some little pieces in here. I did another one of those like this. This is my fabric tag with the Eiffel Tower. So I just put this
I like that
applique corner with this little pink tassel, and it's got a little button here, and then I've got a fleur-de-lis inside of the bag. I did this one. This is a piece of France matte paper, and this is some French writing. And I just swiped with my distress ink, and then I put a little doily and a piece of bling here and a flower here. So this will probably get glued on one of my pages. And then I finished this. It's got another little piece of the French writing. This was made for me. I received this cute little paper clip, embellished paper clip, in my ephemera challenge. I mean, how cute is that? It's got the little flags hanging down, and it's got the fibers and bits. And then I put the little lace applique corner with a ribbon rose on it. And then I swiped with my distress ink. I think that was spun sugar. Let me see. Yeah, that was spun sugar. And then I thought this was cute. I did the little paint, you know, the paint, what do you call it, swatch?
Yeah.
And then I put a little image of a French lady in there. I've got a little flower in the corner, and then a little music paper ticket. So this will probably get tucked in somewhere inside my journal. And then this one I showed you guys. So I put, this is a white fleur-de-lis on here with a flower. And then on this tag, I just added another little flower to cover up the writing. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I showed you how I finished this one. I've got 7 little handmade embellishments here, and plus the envelopes makes 9. And plus I've got a whole bunch of different things. I do have a green envelope as well, since that's my color scheme. So I've got doilies still. I took my little Eiffel Tower chipboard, like bobbin card, and I used a little paper clip and attached a little thing of washi that I received as a gift. And it's kind of got the coordinating colors to my journal. So I still might go along here and wind some fibers around it and tuck it in. But I just thought I wanted to show that because that's just a cute idea. You can use your little mini, you know, clothespins in your junk journals too. I've also got one of these clips. It's a metal one. So I'm probably going to put a little piece of bling right there and use that to clip something onto a page as well. So different ideas, any kind of paper clips, clothespins, rubber bands, you know, ribbons, fibers, any of that stuff that you can use to clip stuff to your pages or attach things. Those are
Yeah.
all good things to add in there.
The trick to doing this, I find, is just being organized, like getting all your paper coffee dyed first. If you want to coffee dye your paper, get that all done first. Organize your like if you're using scrapbooking paper, music paper, things like that, and get your signatures kind of in the order you want them. Then start figuring out your theme, and then getting images or going through your ephemera. You'll be surprised what you already have in your stash to make a junk journal. And like Kim said, you can use envelopes that you've already got, just that you get in the mail. Check your recycling box, tags from clothing,
Yep.
you know, anything like that. Restaurant receipts, whatever, anything you can use in a junk journal. Packaging from your Prima stuff you can use in your junk journal.
That's pretty like that.
You know, there's so many things that you can do. It's really cool.
Here's a green envelope that just took me 2 seconds to glue a little button and a flower and a cloth tag, you know, and swipe it with some ink. And that's an envelope that I made, so that's easy. This is one, did I show this one? This is one that I received in my ephemera challenge, and I just absolutely love it. Look at this little, it's, you pull this out from here, and look at that with the Eiffel Tower. These are the perfect kind of things to make for your junk journals. Like whoever made this to me, I can't remember. I'm so sorry. They made this little envelope. I received so many different pieces. And then they made this little card. It's like an ATC that they cut down. And it fits right inside of this little envelope. And I love it so much that it is going in my journal because it's got the pink and the green and the Eiffel Tower. So things like this are perfect. Okay, so I'm going to get out my journal and start attaching some of these things to my journal. So let's see where I want to put some stuff. Oh, let me finish this. I'm embellishing the back of my journal, and I'll show you real quick what I did. I just took a handmade flower that I hand sewed.
Oh my goodness. It's not brain surgery.
But I don't like to sew. It was big.
I'll make a seamstress out of you yet, Kimmy.
Kim made me sew flowers, y'all.
Oh, I'm such a terrible friend.
Oh. And then she made me sew ruffles. I sewed a lot of ruffles by hand.
Ruffles? Ruffles?
Yes.
What?
Okay, so here's the back of my journal. This is my handmade flower that I sewed, my very first one. I did the gathering stitch on this part in the back, and then this is some eyelet lace, and then this is a doily with some beads. So that's my handmade flower, and then I just glued this gorgeous piece of beaded, you know, bridal applique. That's going to be the embellishing on my back corner. Oh, and I did add this on the side, this awesome flower, and this was sent to me in one of my challenges as well. Isn't that gorgeous? So I did not make that, but I just love it, and it's the perfect colors.
Hand stitching is fun, Jean. I agree.
I don't like it. Okay, let's see.
I don't know. I've done it since I was a child. My grandmother taught me how to embroider, so I've always done it. So it reminds me of my grandma when I do it, I guess. It's kind of comforting to me. And I have a sewing machine and an overlock machine, and I love it.
It's hard to sew. She's going to teach me. That's what we should have, is a sewing class. So I'm holding my book upside down so you guys are seeing it correctly. So hang on. This is a sheet of music paper, and I'm just going to glue my paint swatch. So see that? This is my music paper page, and I just glued that right on there. How cute is that, though, right?
That's a great idea to use paint swatches.
Now, what I would do is because we're live, I'll do this later. I will ink some of the pages, or, you know, I'll take my vintage photo and spray some of the pages to make them look more distressed. So I'm just going to flip through. Let's see. I think I am going to put an envelope on here. So I'm going to glue this envelope on this. This is a coffee dyed page, and this also came in the pack that I purchased from Tammy that I absolutely love. So I'm going to put this right in the middle, and then I will add some little embellishment like a piece of ribbon or something. And then, of course, I will flip this up and tuck some goodies in here. So let's see. Let's keep flipping through and see. I've got this doily. Got a doily page. It's actually 2 doilies. So if I wanted to, I could glue the bottom of this and glue across here, and this could be a perfect tuck spot. You guys see that? So there's 2 pieces of paper doily. So you would glue along here and along here. It's already sewn in the book here. And then you could put things in here for a tuck spot. So this would be good if you had some larger pieces of ephemera that you wanted to put in here. But this would be a great tuck spot. I think I'm actually going to do that after the live. So let's see. I think I am going to put something on this book page, and I'm going to put this, my piece of map of France paper that I did, where I swiped it with my spun sugar ink. And I'm using hot glue just because, you know, faster.
I'm using best glue ever.
This is just faster for me. Okay, that's upside down. So I'm just going to put this right on there. Now, how cute does that look, especially when I like distress the rest of the book paper page? That's super cute on there.
Yes,
so I'm just going to keep flipping through and finding places that I want to put things. I think I'm going to glue this little glassine bag. And here's a trick. I'm only putting the glue on the back side of this where the flower covers it in the front, so you don't see any of the glue anywhere. And that just fell, so we're going to, it's going to stay right where it landed. So now you can't see the glue on the actual bag. Okay, I'm just going to stick my hand there and make sure the glue didn't go all the way through. So that's super cute on the bottom of my map, and I can put some bits in here in this little bag. So let's see. I actually think on this page, I'm going to use my little clip and put it at the top so I can clip some bits on there. Let's see. On this one, I think I'm going to add this tab. And I'm not gluing this paper clip on because I want to be able to take the little paper clip off if I want to and put it on a different page. Okay, and I still left room on this green page to put some other things down here, but I adhered that there. Let's see. And then on this doily page, I'm going to put my little green tag that I just made. Right here. And again, I'm going to hit that with some ink. But there, you can see what that looks like on the doily page. Pretty, right?
Yep.
Let's see. Got a couple.
Yeah, the map's pretty cool.
Yeah, the map is cool. This one, where is it? This is just an image. This is not an actual piece of map. That's just an image. So like, I don't know where, if I got it from Graphics Fairy or where I got it from, but this is not an actual map. It's a piece of ephemera that looks like a map. So I'm sure that you can download those online somewhere.
Yes, you can.
Let's see. I think I'm going to put this little bag on my music paper. I just love music paper. I probably should have gone and distressed all of these pages before I put them in my journal, but I didn't because I wasn't sure what embellishments were going to go on each page. So I'm going to distress each page with ink that goes with whatever embellishments I put on there. So there's my little bag, and I put it at the top of the page, so I still have room here if I want to add something else later. And then I've got one more tag I want to stick in here somewhere. So let's see. Actually, I'm going to put a green envelope on this book paper page so I can tuck in more goodies. And if you're going to do this kind of thing, I would just suggest you get out all your papers and stuff and just sit and make a whole bunch of envelopes at one time like this, you know, in different types of paper, different, you know, plain paper, book paper, music paper.
Yep.
Sit and make envelopes of all different papers and all different sizes so you have them at the ready when you're doing a junk journal like this. There's a little envelope on my book paper page. And now I need a home for my little tag. I think my little tag is going to go right here. I love book paper and music paper. Those will always be in my journals, and probably doilies and maps. I love map paper.
And you can make some boho beads to hang off your paper clips. Like there's so many things you can do in a junk journal.
Yep. Kim has a tutorial on her channel on how to make boho beads if you're interested in learning that.
You use fabric and paper for pockets. Yeah, I did in mine too, Diane. It's fun.
So here's my little tag on my book paper. Yeah, I use paper and fabric both for
and I used fabric for my fabric flips in here, which I'll go through my book when Kimmy's done there.
Yeah, for my pockets. Almost. Just want to make sure I get this glued in the right way. Yep. Okay.
I love doing this. It's fun. I'll just take a day. Like I usually have a box that I fill with my paper scraps, and then I'll just take a day and sit at my sewing machine and make junk journal embellishments. That's fun.
I am going to try to slow stitch some paper embellishments, but I can't
Please
promise.
just say hand stitch, please. Please just say hand stitch.
I'm going to try to hand sew some little
there you go.
For junk journals, but we'll see how that turns out. So I just have my little pink tag that was made for me on a book paper page that you can pull this out of. And then I just glued my little pink envelope into my doily page. And then I'm almost to the back of my book. So I've literally just attached all those handmade embellishments that I've made to my book. I still have, you know, my ruffle and a doily that I want to put somewhere, and some of this cute fabric.
Debbie said, I love how you can do this upside down and with one hand. Talented.
Thank you. And my little card. And then literally, like when Kim was saying, collecting stuff that you want to use in your journal, I've got pieces of ribbon. I literally sat, I have like a mountain of stuff for junk journaling. It's a huge thing. So I literally sat and pulled out, you can see my Ziploc bag, and this is all things that I thought would go along with my theme. Some were made by me, some were not. You know, I've got little postcards, all different kinds of ephemera in here. I pulled out some buttons to go in my journal. Some different, like this is a different type of bag that I can put in there to hide stuff in. Found all kinds of these ephemera pieces that I printed from someplace online. I'm not sure where. Let me see what else. I found these cute little round little cards, things like that. So like just go through your stash and pull out stuff that you think goes with your theme. Like here's some more pieces of that France map or something like that. Like this little card's got lines on it, so this would be a great little place to write like a quote or a saying in your own handwriting to go in your junk journal. Here's a tag that I'm decorating, like a beautiful piece that'll probably get stuck in somewhere. Another tag with roses. I just pulled out all kinds of stuff that goes along with the Paris theme, like I found this, this is a wooden fleur-de-lis. So after the live, I will probably paint this and then emboss it, or put like some of like the chunky glass glitter on top of it to glue that to a page. I mean, there's just, I pulled out some cute little paper clips. Like I've got a little flower paper clip, a tiny little bow, just any little thing you can think of in your stash. Just look everywhere, look through your fabrics, your ribbons, your accessories, you know, all that kind of stuff. Like this cute little card. I mean, just, I found all kinds of things. Look at this. This is like awesome. I'm totally going to put this in mine. I'm not sure where it came from, but look at this tiny little piece of like measuring tape. So that's going to go on a page. I kept more of these little tags. These are great for sayings. So just all kinds of stuff like that is what you're looking for. A whole bunch of these fleur-de-lis tags that can be inked or embossed or whatever you want to do to it. And then this is a wax seal that came off of something that someone sent me. And I don't know if you can see, but there's a crown in the middle of that. Just super awesome. So that's going to get glued to one of my pages too.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty good here now too. Boy, it got really fat.
Like here's another little paper clip that someone embellished for me, and they just put a little flag, and this is a brad, and they put some little bits at the end. Like I could sit and make little paper clips like this for an hour or 2 hours, because there's all kinds of stuff you can do to them. And this is something great that you can do when you're like sitting in front of the TV at night with your hubby or something. All kinds of, like someone just glued a pom-pom to the end of a paper clip. Super cute to go in your journal. All kinds of good ideas. So that's it for me. I'm just going to keep embellishing and adding to the pages that I already have as I go through my little bag of goodies here.
They're very cute, Kimmy.
Right? I pulled out some really super cute stuff. This is a piece of mulberry paper. It's got flowers and stuff in it. I just thought that'd be cute.
Mulberry paper.
I just thought that'd be cute to tuck somewhere. So I've just got all this kind of stuff. So I'm just going to be gluing this all into my journal in various places.
And White Rose Crafts has mulberry paper now, beautiful mulberry paper, in all different colors, and it's really cheap. It's like 30 cents a sheet.
And they are our favorite place to shop.
And if you shop there, use the code KIM15, KIM space 15, and you'll get 15% off your order. So let me just click over on me now.
Let me show this really quick. This is an example.
Oh, hang on. I gotta click back on you.
This is a piece of ephemera from a Prima package.
Yep, that's perfect for junk journal.
There was like flower centers in here, so don't throw this kind of stuff out. This was in my junk journal stuff like that.
Yep, perfect.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So my book got very fat. Look how fat it is now. It's super fat. Tammy said I have a nice alligator mouth one that I just couldn't stop on. LOL.
I can relate, Tammy.
So I've put in all that ephemera that I had on my desk and all the pieces I made. So let me just do a quick flip through. So when you open the book up, I showed you that I added this piece here with the tags. And then I added one of my Marie Antoinette's with a tag here. And then I've got a little paperclip embellishment, the fabric embellishment, my other pocket here with a tag, and I'm going to punch a hole in this and add some fiber to it. I actually backed it with some of that vintage wallpaper.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that, and then there's my other little ephemera piece I made today. That's a little tuck spot. I didn't do anything on these pages. Oh, sorry, kitty. My kitty's on my footstool. I added some lace on my sewing machine. This is a paper doily that I added, that I made yesterday, that I've made into a pocket. And I've got another tag here with the vintage wallpaper. Music paper. This is one of my tuck spots I made. And then this pretty tag. Again, I'm going to go through and punch all the holes and add the fibers. This lovely envelope was made for me by my friend Lacey in a swap we did, but it worked out perfectly with the colors, so I've added it. And I've used one of those paperclip embellishments from my other friend there that I got in my challenge.
Gorgeous.
Lace. There's another one of my corners with some ephemera that was sent to me and a tag. Book paper, doily, dictionary paper. Marie Antoinette pocket with another little tag. This is another paper doily here with the 2 tuck spots, one here and then one here. And this little tag I did. French book paper. This is a envelope I altered and then an altered paper clip. And then on the other side, I just put this little envelope.
So cute.
And then this is that bag I just altered, and it's got a tuck spot here and a tuck spot here. So you get 2 tuck spots for the price of 1. And then, of course, you can journal all around the page, too. Yeah. This is some ephemera and then a coffee dyed tag that I stamped on. Altered paper clip, book page. This is a fabric flip that I showed you guys last week, and this was out of a very old 1940s kitchen tea towel. And then I sewed across the top. But I just liked the colors so much. I thought it was so pretty.
Very pretty.
And then you lift it up and you can journal underneath it. And then you might be able to tuck something up here underneath the vintage lace. I just left these blank for journaling. This is part of a bag that was sent to me in my challenge, and I've just left the tags that the lovely lady added. I think this was sent to me by Shabby Antique and Beauty, who is Janine. I think she sent me that. And then the other side of the bag, I've just put a couple of tags in because you've got that space, but you can store anything in there. Little doily, dictionary paper, my ruffle. This is an embellishment I made here. Journaling and journaling. This is a little banner I made on my sewing machine with just scraps of fabric, and you can tuck underneath that.
So cute. I love that.
Journaling, 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 journaling. Because you want to leave pages just plain, you know. This is a tuck spot, and this was made for me, and it's so simple to do this. It's just a little bit of coffee dyed paper. Somebody's at my door. I think my husband's going to get it. But look at what she did. She used a little bird dye or bird punch to cover up her strings in the signature. Isn't that pretty?
Super cute.
So she just made like mini books, and I love making these little mini books. These are fun. You just use your scraps of coffee dyed paper and then cover it with something, and you've got a little mini book for journaling. More ruffles. This is my shabby chic snippet roll that I did, and Roseanne Roxcar Levin has a tutorial on her channel how to do this, and I just sewed it in 2 sides, and then you get a nice tuck spot. And then this is a bag, and then on the other side there's nothing there, and then on the other side, oh, there's paper clip here. It's the other side of the bag that's open, and I put a tag in there.
Cute.
Journal paper. This is a tuck spot with more of that snippet. I'll find something to put in there. Ruffles. This is a pocket I made today with the doily.
I love that.
And then another tuck spot that I sewed in with just scraps of fabric. It's just like, what is that? A piece of muslin and lace and a tiny little scrap of fabric. And you just sew in 2 sides, and then you've got a nice tuck spot. Another Marie Antoinette pocket with a tag that I made. This is a journaling card I made a while ago, and I've used one of those altered paper clips with a little crocheted heart. Another banner that I made, a pennant. Actually, Lacey made this. It was attached to one of my packages in our swap, and I just put it in here because it kind of worked.
Gorgeous.
Great way to save all those things. Another tuck here. Another bunting. Dictionary paper. That's the other side of the bag. And I think what I'm going to do on the other sides of the bags is snip this end open, so then you can put things in both sides. Altered paper clip and ruffle. There's another fabric flip from more of that vintage towel. Super pretty. I just love the colors on that.
Me too.
Paper, 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 some blank pages for journaling, ruffle, music paper, blank paper. There's another corner pocket and tag. Dictionary paper that's folded. Doily, book paper, sewed down the side there. This is an IC card that I made, and just scraps of fabric, and I sewed it with my sewing machine, and then an altered paper clip. This is a beautiful piece. This is an envelope, and it's got a pocket in it here. Well, actually, it opens, and then there's a pocket. So you can journal on the inside. You can journal on the top. It's in with a altered paper clip here. Another one of the little crocheted pieces. Tuck spot with ephemera. There's another tuck spot with more of that snippet, ruffle, and then an altered paper clip. And in the back, these were sent to me in my challenge. These were both made by a couple of crafter friends. This one's got book pages in it, different things. You know, so it's amazing what you can do. This is very cool how she did this. You open this up and look, it's like a journaling thing. On this side, you can put photos in it. And all she did was score it, right? And then add her blank paper and then just punch a hole and then thread it with your ribbon. So very cute ideas there. So I hope that you guys like some of these ideas and you'll give them a try. This was a fun couple of weeks to put a journal together for you guys. And then there's my pocket at the back. And then you just close it. It's kind of puffy now. And I like to put ties on mine mostly because they get so puffy. You know, you just add things to them. But yeah, it's a little puffy. I love all the threads hanging off of it. I think it's really cool. Joyce said, I'm having trouble doing anything because my hands are so dry they crack and then mess up what I'm doing. I know that's so hard, Joyce, especially at this time of year. Winter is hard for cracked hands. My husband has a problem with that too. Yeah, lots of good and different ideas. And like I had said before, I recommend like Gail Agostinelli. I love her channel, but if you just type in junk journals, there's Pink Odd Bird. Can you think of anybody else? Like there's so many, like too many for me to remember, but there's so many junk journals.
Attic Lane, Nick the Booksmith.
Chrissy Crosser.
Yeah.
Love Chrissy Crosser's junk journals. They're like
love Attic Lane. Hers is really pretty. Cat Hand. There's just tons and tons.
Yeah. There's so many people. So do a search on YouTube and, you know, go out and support some of these other artists because they're just amazing. They really are. But so do you have anything else to add, Kimmy?
I don't think so. I made a couple more tags, but I'm good.
Okay, let me click on you and you can show them if you like. And then we'll wrap it up.
They're not in my journal
Linda
yet.
Israel, yeah. Linda Israel. I've heard of her, Michelle.
Yeah, yep. Let me see. I made this.
Bye, Debbie. Thank you for coming.
Bye, Debbie. I made this cute little tag.
Oh, that's adorable.
And then this one, I used some foam dots on the back of that to make that little chair, that chaise stand out. And then I just did a couple of these that are going to get tucked in. This is French writing, and this was part of packaging from something. And then I put that on there, and then the wax seal. And then this one has French writing, and it was part of packaging as well. I just put the fleur-de-lis in a button.
Yeah,
And
like you don't have to go crazy embellishing these because the book is,
this is just a paper bag. I just glued this piece of ephemera on
Yep,
it, put a
that looks
paper clip,
fantastic.
and then just stuffed it full of a bunch of stuff that's going to go in there. So we're still just working on little things to go in there. I am going to distress and then add some things and then probably do a little stamping in my book.
Yeah, I may do some stamping. I don't know.
By the time I finish, I'm sure it's going to be really fat too. And I'm probably going to do ribbon. I saved some of the ribbon that I used that matches my fabric to make the closures for my book as well. So.
Look how fat yours is now.
I know, and I don't even have a lot of stuff in there. It's going to get a lot fatter. So
Chunky
we seriously appreciate you guys joining us for this series. We had a lot of fun doing it. I know Michelle did too, even though she couldn't get on with us today. We appreciate it. And if anybody has any challenges or things that they want to share with everybody, go ahead and type it in the chat now before we sign off, okay?
Yep, absolutely. Sort Quick. I've never heard of her, Tammy, but I'm going to check her out. Yeah, for paper craft, playing with paper. That's cool.
Thank you, Shani.
Yeah, I heard Aveeno was good for dry hands, Joyce.
Joyce, I have diabetes, so I have chronic dry skin, and Aveeno is really good. The dermatologist has recommended Eucerin for me, but also like the Gold Bond diabetic skin cream. You might want to try that too.
Yep. Yes, Bohemian Crafter. I love her.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. See, there's so many. Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. Two Michelles.
Yeah.
Oh no, Tammy says Sort Quick is a product, Kim.
Oh, okay.
It's the stuff you put on your fingers, I think, to flip through the papers real quick.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes, our mod and dear friend Shannon has a birthday giveaway on her channel, which is Morrissey's Art and Craft Design Studio. Check that out, please.
It's Shani's birthday soon.
That Sort Quick stuff comes in a round thing, and you just dip your finger in it. And then I used to work in a cash office, and we had that to count the money. Yeah, Michelle also has diabetes and says the Gold Bond for diabetics is really, really good for you, Joyce. Check that out.
Yeah.
And if I were you, I'd like wait for a coupon, or it's like, BOGO or something at CVS or Walgreens. Anybody else have a challenge going on or a giveaway or anything that they want us to support?
I think my mother-in-law used Aveeno for her dry skin.
I like Aveeno for face, but for hands, you need something that's got a lot it's thick and heavy, so it will stay on and coat your hands really well.
Yeah.
And Gold Bond is great for that. Yes, happy birthday, Shannon, Diane says.
Yeah, it's coming up in May.
Mm-hmm.
The day after my son's.
Shannon and my youngest daughter, have the same birthday.
I like it when my friends' birthdays are around my kids' birthdays because then it's easier for me to remember.
Yeah, my dermatologist likes Eucerin too, Tammy.
We'll always go with what your doctor recommends, I suppose. Yeah.
And Shannon's challenge, y'all, is real easy. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to send her anything.
Comment on the video.
Yeah, it's super easy. So please go and check that out. Shannon is one of our besties, and she's a lovely, lovely person and a very talented crafter. So we want to make sure she has a really good birthday. It's a big birthday too. So we're going to send her stuff anyway, even though she said not to. She's going to get presents and cards anyway. So there.
Okay, guys, I think we're going to call it. So next week, we will be doing mixed media tags, start to finish. I'm going to, and so I'm going to do some recycled cardboard for mine. I think that's probably the best.
Yeah.
And I'll show you guys how to make your tags right from the start. And because it's easier than going out and buying tags, because you can recycle and, you know, you don't have to spend any money, which is great because we all know this is not a cheap hobby we have. So.
Right. For sure.
Anyway, we are going to go. Thank you so much for joining in with our
Thanks for coming,
journal.
ladies.
These were
Bye.
so much fun to make, and now Kimmy and I have another junk journal. Or Kimmy has her first. I have another, but that's okay. I don't mind.
I have another one.
Making them.
Yeah, I've got 2 of them complete. This will be done soon, but one's already finished, and I've got a couple more in the works. So.
Yep, I love making them. They're fun and something different than, you know, laces and doilies and things. So even though you do use a bit in here.
Yeah.
All right, we will see you next Tuesday, guys, at 11 Eastern. Thank you all. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for coming.